everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to try our hand at making maple syrup for the very first time. We've gathered probably 10 gallons worth of maple sap so far. We're going to go through our process of building our fire to cook down the syrup and how we have tapped our trees to get this much syrup. So stay tuned and we'll kind of walk you through the process of how we're going to do it. So this is our quick setup, our experimental fire pit, if you will. Michael is stacking some cinder blocks. We're going to be building the fire right in here. And then we're going to be setting the metal pan on top. That's where our sap is going to go so we can cook it down. So the goal is to have a really hot fire on there so it can boil pretty heavy. This process takes hours and hours. He also broke out some of the block in the back to make a chimney to kind of help fuel the fire. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our fire started. We have some of our handy dandy fire starters here that we make at home. We use an egg carton and then we add some wax and some of that dryer lint so it catches really nice. It's really easy to start a nice good fire really quick. Does it smell pretty? It's going now. So are you just going to feed wood through these little holes in the cinder block into the fire or what?
Listen, if you thought I had any idea what I'm doing, it would have been something to figure out.
Listen, this is the first time we've ever done this, so we're kind of taking you along on the journey with us, okay? Through the good and the bad, all right? So bear with us.
Bad? Oh, God.
Nothing's ever bad with Captain Kleeman. Always so positive, so positive.
Not even on there.
It's working. Your little chimneys are working.
Yeah, when we put the pan on there, should zip right on out of there.
Cool. See if it fits. That looks about right.
Smoke coming out of there. Now we just need something to kind of block that up that we can remove to. I mean, if I got to pull it out and put wood in, I guess I can. I guess it's not that big of a deal. I think that's good for now.
While we let that cook down, Captain's going to take you out in the woods and show you how we collected our sap.
So like Chelsea was saying, she bought a little maple tapping kit. There's the maple right here. I'll show you a close-up in just a second. It just came with these little barbs. Little taps, whatever you want to call them. Barbed end is for the blue hose. And then this part is tapered. You can tap it in and kind of locks it in place. And then it came with short sections of this hose. Like that. And you just put the hose on the barbed end. It's going to take a little work, but we'll get it on there. So here's one of the maples we're going to use. We just have some of these food grade buckets, but we've also seen a lot of people that just wash out milk jugs, like gallon milk jugs. They'll wash that out and they'll use those. I guess as long as it's any clean, safe container, it would be fine. Bungee cords would probably be a cheaper alternative, or even just some kind of string, but I've got so many of these daggone things. Might as well use them. Oh. I don't know if you can see, but I've already got stuff flowing down the tube just a little bit. So that's one. We got 3 more we're gonna put up. We're doing 4 total. It's just kind of an experiment for us to see if we like doing this. If we like doing it, we'll do a more elaborate system next year. So you can see the 4 buckets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's been about 2 days. About a third full. That one's almost half full. About half. Dang.
Okay, so it has only been probably 2.5 hours since we started this whole process. You can see how far down. I think we started right about here. You can kind of see the line where we started. So about 2 or 3 inches we have cooked off already. So that's pretty exciting. It's going pretty fast. We actually pulled some so we could check the color of it. It is not quite as dark as we want it to be, so we're obviously gonna go for a little bit longer, but it's nice to see that it's finally starting to change colors. It was absolutely clear like water when we first started, so we're seeing some progress. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the syrup that we have left, we're gonna put it in a pot and take it up in the house so I can keep an eye on it and cook it up there. And then Michael's gonna start our next batch so we can get the process rolling. Don't you dare drop that. It's a lot of work. Oh yeah. All right, set that up here so we don't scorch our pan. We gotta go quick.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
Yeah. Round 2.
Round 2.
Making syrup.
We still gotta go collect the other stuff later too.
Yeah, we do.
So we still got some on the tree. We'll see how this one does.
All right, so we are on our second batch of syrup now. It's been about an hour, and as you can see, we're about halfway evaporated. So we are making good progress. I took the first batch upstairs. I just put it in one of our household pots and cooked it down up there. It smells like caramel corn. It smells awesome. And I already got that canned up. It made about a half pint. So hopefully we'll get another half pint out of this batch. We're about to head out into the woods. We're going to refill our bucket and get the rest of our sap from our maple trees and go ahead and start on our third batch. All right, so we have let our second batch go a little bit longer than the last one. We are going to take it off of the heat, put it into a pot from the house, take it upstairs, and finish it off in our own kitchen for a little bit. That has cooked down quite a bit. It's got a good color. All right, so this has been a learning experience for us. This is the first time that we've ever done this, so there were a lot of lessons that we learned along the way, some things that worked out good, some things that didn't work out very good, so I'll kind of share with you some of the things that went well and things that didn't go well. To start with, I bought a tree tapping kit, I guess, on Amazon. It was completely random. I just got a wild hair and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy this kit and see what Amazon has to offer. So I bought a kit. It had 10 spires in it. These little things right here, these are plastic, but they're really, really sturdy. And they also come with these little tubes that run down and the sap will flow into the container. You can use food grade buckets, 5-gallon buckets. You can use 2 liters, whatever you have on hand, you can use to collect the sap from the tree. We ended up using kitty litter buckets. We wash, rinse, and sanitize them in between use, so don't worry, there wasn't any kitty litter in there. But they ended up working great for what we needed them for, just enough to transport the sap over here to the house. So this kit that I bought, it came with instructions and the tubes and the spires. It also came with some cheesecloth stuff to drain the sap with, so that cost us about $40. So not too bad to get started with. All right, so the results of all of that hard work, we ended up with about 4 half pints. This was our first batch. And I don't know if you can see the consistency there from when it cooled, but she's a little thick, okay? So we cooked this one way too long. It's still good, it still tastes delicious, but you can see the crystallization of the sugar in there. So we learned our lesson off the first batch, do not cook it that long. The second batch we did turned out perfect. As you can see, we've already been eating on it. It is perfect syrup consistency, a nice color. Looks really good. I think if I would have done it differently, I would have strained the sap more or strained the syrup more to get a nice clear color. We only put it through the cheesecloth about twice. I think next time I'll do it about 3 or 4 times to get a nice clear color. And then the last batch that we did, it's a little runny, just a little bit, but I mean, it's still good for dipping pancakes in and stuff. So overall, I think it was an awesome success. We made our own maple syrup to eat with pancakes now. The girls had fun with the whole process too, and we learned something new. So hopefully you'll kind of learn from, you know, our mistakes and doing something new for the first time. Pretty excited about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.